Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. I will receive several phone calls from my children letting me know, Mom, I got my stimulus check. I'm glad for them. And I'm happy for them. I just wanted to say that because I did all of my children's taxes except for my oldest daughter. So all their information was updated and everything. So they end up getting theirs pretty quick. So I'm glad for them. But I'm coming, and I was lying here because I decided to really go to bed early today. And something dawned on me that's just came to me that was I considered powerful because it reminded me of Solomon and how he was feeling, knowing all that he had knew. And pretty much it was worthless because him knowing it and teaching it still wasn't penetrating in the minds of the people. And it became vain and vexed within him, worthless. Because if you really think about it, if it's something that he asked the Most High to give him, and the Most High poured it out before him to learn all that he had learned, and then when he learned it, he realized that it was all vain and vexed. And believe it or not, whether you understand it or not, it's best for you to go back to Solomon and Ecclesiastics and just read the whole Ecclesiastics and hear Solomon tell you about things being vain and vax and vanity and the time for this and the time for that. And if you could just listen to him, just read it and hear him, if the Most High will allow you to him to minister to your spirit. Solomon is pretty much saying that the things that actually he have learned and he would have been able to see spiritual, the nakedness of it brings it to the level of accepting it vain and vax, because he end up getting more than what he was bargaining for, because the Most High end up suffering him to really see behind sin. And that's what Sister Deborah is feeling even to today. A lot of it is vain and vax, but yet it has its purpose, because it's what Yah suffer you to know. And in seeing it for what it is very clear and being able to see behind it, it makes you wonder if you just really in this alone, because the way people people are being able to look into things and read things. They base it on their emotions and their own self-understanding. So I understand Proverbs 16 where he said, in the eye of a man is clean. In a man's eyes is clean. That means in his natural seeing, meaning his natural thoughts as well. Because he's seeing it and he's taking it in and his thoughts are clean and he don't understand. It's not. It really not. It is not. But that's how people live today. And I like I said before, I thank Solomon for giving me pretty much a helping hand in understanding where I'm at today and seeing things as vain and vax, especially what people are teaching and preaching and speaking on. I was just lying here trying to go on and relax and go to bed early, and this here came up on me. And tell me what you think. It was like there is a people who continue to be so stiff-necked, disobedient, and rebellion. All these things has a connection to the mind. Okay? Stiff-necked. it's, what's connected to the neck is stiff. It's like you can't, it's just at its level where you can't say anything, do anything. It's just like stiff. It don't move anywhere outside where what it wants to think and feel. Rebellion, it's a mindset. Okay, it's still dealing with the mind. Disobedient, it's still dealing with the mind. So what I come to realize is that it is so thick in what Yah says as far as how he's going to clean the people up before he could take them. Because right now he don't want to put his hand on you right now. He don't want to put his hands on you. You're too nasty. Okay. So he has to, for him to fulfill his own will, he has to clean you up to take you back to that land. Because he ain't taking you to the land pretty much like you are. It's something he's going to do to allow you to be on that land. He's going to clean you up and he's going to get you right. He's going to put a new heart in you. And I like what he say. He said a heart of flesh, because he letting you know it's not that same heart you have, but it's another heart, just like a fleshly heart. Because when you get on here, that fleshly heart is going to allow you to be able to think back to how ugly you really were when you were over here. He's going to give you that. I call it a blessing to look back, to be able to see the ugliness in how you conducted yourself before he had to clean you up. He said he's going to put his spirit in you. So I thank him for that. So he has to do these things. He has to do these things. He has to do these things to fulfill what he said unto Abraham, bringing you back over there, because he got to clean you up before he's able to take you over there. And I think that's really sad, because there's a lot of cleaning he's going to do. And just sitting back, just thinking how much he has to clean up. I sit and when you hear people talking and they still got that mindset, just set as if someone's really bothering them, someone has really done something to them in time past, and what is actually happening to them, they are not really gripping it. They really not getting it. And what happens is, you realize they lead the multitude. They deceive the multitude, and they lead the multitude by great numbers, turning to them for messages. And they lead them by great numbers, but then they themselves hasn't come to the full knowledge or any type of knowledge. Okay? And as I was sitting here, lying here, I said, is there something to this, Father? This is what I was thinking. How is it we were here 400 years and still have not comprehended how we got over here? And who did what? Who set this up for us to be here and these things to happen, be allowed to happen to us? Who did that? Who brought us here? Who orchestrated the scattering on the four corners? Who did that? And I just feel that when a person really think that they are awakening and have not awakened to that alone, to me, that just shows me it is a religion and a mindset of people who go up under an umbrella and a belief of a religion that someone is bothering them and someone has done this to them, someone is doing this to them, without them recognizing, what have you done to the Creator? Because that's what we have to look at. We have to look at, what did we do to our Father of creation who chose us as his children? What did we do to him for him to suffer us to be where we at today? We won't get it. Because I see something in a people, And I see it so clear because it's so naked. It's so clear to the point where I can connect the nakedness of the situation with how clear it is. That a people can't apologize to a creator who put them, their spirits, under, no more so their flesh, under his name. I just can't get it. It just because you don't hear them really catching on to the fact that really you've been here 400 years, your ancestors and so on, and never ever thought to teach or to get the people to apologize and repent, nor to turn from their evil ways so that they can see the light and receive the Ruach HaKodesh. You don't hear them teaching that because it's like they want to stay into stupid. You know what I'm saying? They want to stay in the darkness. They want to continue believing that, oh, people are bothering us. They did this and they did this to us. They did this and they did this to us without recognizing, what did you do to the Creator? The Father in the heavens. Can we do what we've done to the Father in the heavens outweigh what the heathens and the Gentiles have done to us? Think, y'all. Come on. Tell me which is heavier. To a people who are walking so thick in darkness, and they teaching the multitude every day with video, without summing everything up to what Sister Deborah is saying now. Which is worser? A people that the Creator has placed under his name as his children, and his children has disrespect, dishonor, profane his name, and really has no owner, won't own up to their Father. This is the Creator who has done this. They are stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient, even after the 400 years. Because if you look on this side, I could never, ever weigh what the Gentiles have done to my nation over what we have done to our Creator. So you can go on somewhere and sit down. I can't get it. I think that when a person can own up inside of them, within their heart, that wait a minute, we profane his name even to today. How? When you shed innocent blood, when you hate, when there's no love for your neighbors, when there's no love to give Yah all your heart, soul, and mind, and strength. We're more beat on what the white man has done to us and what they owe us and what they should be doing for us. We so beat up on everything outside of recognizing who we are. That's the most biggest blessing. It is one, I say it's one of the most biggest blessings is to recognize, wait a minute, did the heathens and the Gentiles do us worse than we have done our Father, the Creator? I don't get it. Somewhere, as I was lying down, I felt if our mindset could just have some pity, some compassion, some sorrow based on what we did to our Creator that caused us to feel the things that the Gentiles and the heathens is doing to us, is because 99.9, we were in our land doing what they are doing unto us and greater. They are doing it to a different nation. We did it to our own. Isn't that deep? We were shedding our own blood, like they complain about in Chicago, how people are killing one another. They're killing one another here in Missouri. They're killing each other like by great numbers. But you don't hear the cries of anybody that say, oh, I'm righteous, or I'm awakened. I'm the child. We the children. You don't see none of them standing on no mountaintop trying to get unity poured out in a people to love each other. You don't heard. I've been on here 3 years and I ain't heard one message that from no one that leads you to consider the ugliness that's in your nation is the same ugliness that they are receiving on these 40 years. And now, the 40 years, 400 years, not 40, the 400 years. But what I do see far off, but yet close, is when he planned all of this, did he know that they would overdo what they have done unto his children? And I will say to you, yes, he did. How many times do you think y'all saw our men and women hanging from trees? How many times do you think he behold the murders of our sons and our fathers and our brothers? How many times do you think he have behold them being families being set on fire, being taken and raped, our men as well, raped, and our women's and our daughters? How many times you think the Most High have seen that? I want to wake you up to something, and it's different than your ignorance. He saw it before the foundation of the world. You see? So I want to let you know what kind of Father that put you under his name. He saw this before the foundation of the world. But it had to have been to the point where he saw also when he had put a people and given them the land of milk and honey and everything that they needed. These same people don't know how many people lost their lives. Children, women, and men lost their lives for us to also gain what we gain in the land of milk and honey. There was many battles fought that gave those children the victory for the land. Why is it we don't look back at that and see the power of his right hand and how much he really had to have loved a people, a children, okay, or even Abraham? Just think of that. So I believe what has happened, what we did in that land, everything that we sit and we make and we put up high, what the heathen has done, we ourselves have done like unto it, in the face of our Father, which is the Creator. He's not like your natural father, so don't line him up with it. He's the creator of all things, and he put you under his name. And you've done just as much as the heathens have done unto you. A lot of you all won't grip that, but I think that's a deliverance in there too. I think it is such a great deliverance in what I just said for our men especially. Because it lets them realize that, wait a minute, for us to be getting the treatment that we're getting, We had to have done that in our own land. Pedophiles, all of that. See, our men don't understand when they said the white man was raping our women, they were doing likewise. Selling their women and children and their men, the white heathens, the slave owners, was like unto what you all was doing in the land of milk and honey. The men were selling their daughters as if they were cattle, just for the wealth. You want my daughter, you give me this. And you can have her any way you want. See, a lot of things they don't understand. There's a lot of things went on. And because it went on and on and on and on and on and on, these people were dispersed and scattered on the four corners because of a history that goes thousands of years ago, that they never got out of that darkness, the way they did things. They never found and never went back to the beginning, as Yeshua said. Wait a minute. From the beginning, that was not so, because the intent of the plan was not the way it is today, as far as the way it turned out. But because one did this and one did this in the midst and cared not, the Hebrew Israelites nation has no feelings. I realize that. They have no feeling. They have no compassion. They have no grace and no mercy. They don't have nothing like that. So you can say what you want. You can get on this devil platform and lie like a fool if you want to. But see, truth is found to set one free. And what I realize is they don't have no compassion. They don't have no compassion, no mercy toward one another, no compassion toward one another, no love toward one another. But they want to hold Yah liable for any and everything to be right with them. And that's deep. That's going back to what I was saying. So are we looking? No, we have saw that for 400 years. We will not look in the mirror and see that we done our Creator the same way the heathens and Gentiles have done to us on this land, on these four corners where we were all scattered. It's no way he is unjust. It's no way he is unrighteous. If a man live by the sword, he dies by the sword. A lot of things we don't understand. What you do in the flesh, you're going to be held accountable in the flesh. Meaning, it's not going to wait till the heavens to judge you. You're going to be accountable for it here. See, that's another thing. The mindset of the men destroys the mindset of the children and the women. You see, and they don't get that. They don't get that. And they don't understand. That's why it's no unity, no love, no compassion, no care, no really caring and loving. But then they tell you buy black business. You see, none of it makes any sense to do anything to unite a nation when they have wronged the Creator who labored them under his name. And I hear when it disturbs me when you hear people who have been on here for so long still talking that black and white thing, what the heathens done to us and what the heathens continue to do to us. Yes, they are doing those things. Let's get past that and go to the light. Let's get our butt right with Yah in our hearts and our minds and our spirit. And not all the time keep trying to justify and clarify that we are all good in that. After all we have done that got us here. Because what it does is it tells us that Yah is a lie and we are the truth. It does. Because we don't understand the 400 years. He did not scatter you and allow you to come here as if you was all good and so on. It was a reason. And he left a just reason. He left a reason 100 for us so that we can apologize to him, repent, and turn to the light. We still won't do it. We done went and opened up a new religion, gathered the people into it to try to combat him all over again. See, the reason why I say that, if they were coming together on these platforms and uniting the people in love, correcting our errors and our sin that we still are doing, and our hate toward one another, and our unity, and our mainly love and compassion and mercy toward one another, then you could see us moving out of the 400 years. But you're not going to see that. Because if my father have to clean you up just to take you to the land he promised a man, which is Abraham, to me, that makes me sad for him, because we don't have any pity on his name. We don't have no pity on nothing we do toward him. We don't understand we represent him in every nation on the face of the earth. We represent him. Tell me, do you really feel that you have represented him well as his child? Tell me. I mean, just be honest, y'all. You will be a liar all your life if you were to say yes. We don't even want to turn from our wicked ways that our forefathers had. That's why the 400 years is over for the Gentiles, and we're still in heavy judgment. The curse is still riding our backs. And I'm glad. I am glad. Because from what I can see, we have wronged him in every way possible. Even to the point where he has to come and clean our nasty tails. Just to fulfill a man's promise he made to a man. That's what he's going to do. He's not doing it, he say, for your sake. He's doing it for his sake. What is his sake? His promise he made to Abraham. And he's going to take you back over to that land. But what I like about it, when he take that small remnant over there and he's going to clean it up and give it a new heart and everything, then the dry bones is going to come back. He's going to have him an army of men, large multitude of men, men, okay, women. So all this stuff about what they talking about, the one man to 7 women, that's because the purging going to take place. Okay. And in that purging, that's a part of our purging us as women. We're going to lose our sons, our husbands, our fathers, our brothers. They're going to die by the sword. Okay. And even the mighty men. So while they're sitting here saying how many they going to have, they're going down. And see, a lot of them here, when I look at it, I see everybody preparing for all the things which is ignorant. To me, it is. Like Solomon said, it's vain and it's vats. It's worthless. It's vanity. Instead of preparing their inner man to respect the name that has caused us as a people to come up under him, to represent him. You cannot represent him with your ugly mouth. Just because you say it out of your mouth, that's not representing him. That's not standing for him. It's your action to the world. And we have not showed the world anything outside of living nasty, dirty, don't take care of our families, don't take care of men, don't have no respect for their women, their children. Men don't even have no respect for their children. The children don't have no respect for their fathers nor their mothers. They don't care how their community is trashed. They don't care if they're tore down. They don't care about anything. So we're showing the world who our Father is. That's how we represent him, y'all. That's why I say y'all sick. Y'all some sick people. This nation is a sick nation. It is a sick nation who don't see nothing but what they want to see to build up on this newfound cult, which is a fake religion called the Hebrew Israelites. It will not come to where it needs to get to. It's because, like Solomon said, it's vain. That's vanity. It's all worthless. because it's all giving us 400 years to recognize. And when a lot of them talk about their awakening, let me tell you something, when you get it to the core, you still is in dark than you ever. You more sleep than anything. You waiting for a stimulus check and thinking that's going to bring you closer to a light. And I ain't talking about the spiritual light of Yah. It's stupidity. That's the sort of thing everybody looking at, reparations and all. I think I'm saying that. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. People looking and wanting to even focus and take their mind on all that trash than to think, wait a minute now. We've been here 400 years and we have not represent the Creator who put us under his name as his children. Y'all sick. Y'all some sick people. Y'all some serious sick people. And you call yourself a religion. Hebrew Israelite movement. You are some very sick people. They have been on this platform for years and years, only chasing subscribers. They are addicted to chasing their subscribers, trying to get their numbers to reach, to cap off at certain levels. So they pour out video, and then look up and realize you ain't took nobody to the light. You ain't ministered to their inner man. Yeah, you ministered to their outer, their flesh, their darkness. But what have you given them spirit? Nothing. Because you wanted everything for yourselves. So you can be boosted. You can be uplifted. So you can be brought up high. But guess what? When you done, you still what he said you are. You stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient people. You see? And the reason why I know you're worse than that is because he said how he's going to clean you up. Just to get, and he says, not for your name, not for your sake. So that's telling you it ain't nothing you can do and have done to make me clean you up for you. I'm cleaning you up for my word that I promised Abraham, and that's it. But when you get your butt over there, you're going to feel, after a while, you're going to feel your iniquity that you once had. You're going to feel it all. You're going to be able to look at it and see it for what it is. We have wronged him and don't have no compassion, no mercy, no grace, no nothing to pour out to anyone regarding how we have wronged him. You see, we don't show no love toward each other. All we want to talk is hate. And Sister Deborah, my calling is to bring it like I'm bringing it. And if you want to call it hate and you want to call it no love, you call it whatever you want. Righteous is love. Truth is love. Spirit and truth is love. Love is when you step out on the deep, even though you know you're standing on water, but you're stepping out there. And no matter what nobody say, you want to stand right beside Yeshua HaMashiach in righteousness. And all this other mess everybody talking ain't about